The skin is the largest sensory organ in the human body. The human skin is made up of a thin outer layer known as epidermis and an inner layer known as dermis. The skin has 5 types of receptors at different positions to detect different stimuli. State the 5 types of stimuli which can be detected by the receptor in the skin. When the receptor in the skin is stimulated, nerve impulses are produced and sent through the nervous system to the brain to be interpreted and to produce an appropriate response. Mechanism of hearing. How do we hear? This is earlobe, this is ear canal, this is eardrum, this is ossicles, this is oval window, this is auditory nerve, cochlea. So source of sound, go to earlobe, change to sound, go to ear canal, change to sound, still in sound, go to eardrum and change to vibration to ossicle bones. Earlobe receives and gathers sound wave, ear canal channels the sound wave to the eardrum, causing it to vibrate. The vibrations are amplified by the ossicles and then sent to the cochlea through the oval window. Oval window, go to cochlea, go to auditory nerve, go to brain, and sound is interpreted. Nerve cells in the cochlea convert the sound vibration to nerve impulses. The nerve impulses are then sent through the auditory nerve to the brain to be interpreted. Mechanism of sight, how do we see? Study figure 1.15. This one is a candle, light rays from an object. This one is aqueous humor, cornea, eyelid, ciliary muscle, vitreous humor, retina, optic nerve to the brain. Light rays from an object enter the eye through the cornea, aqueous humor, eye lens, and vitreous humor before reaching the retina. This part of the eye focuses the light rays from the object onto the retina. The object appears smaller and inverted. The light rays stimulate photoreceptor to produce nerve impulses that are sent to the brain. And then the brain interprets the nerve impulses. The smaller inverted image on the retina will then appear upright. Sensitivity of the skin on different parts of the body towards stimuli. Photograph 1.8 shows a few examples of daily activities of human which make use of the sensitivity of skin on different parts of the body towards different stimuli. Why are the daily activities shown in photograph 1.8 carried out on different parts of the body? Back of the hand, tip of the index finger, elbow, arm. The sensitivity of skin towards stimuli depends on the number of receptors and the thickness of the skin epidermis. For example, the tip of the finger is very sensitive toward touch because at the tip of the finger there is a large number of touch receptors and the epidermis is thin. The tongue, nose, and lips are also very sensitive to touch. The elbow, the sole of the foot, and the back of the body are less sensitive to touch. Why? Because the number of receptors and the thickness of the skin epidermis. Sensitivity of the tongue toward different taste stimuli. The tongue can detect 5 types of taste, which are sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami. Each type of taste is detected by a different receptor. Different areas of the tongue are more sensitive to specific area. This one is sweet, this is umami, this is sour, this is bitter. Areas of the tongue are sensitive to all 5 tastes. However, different areas of the tongue have different sensitivities towards specific tastes. For example, the area in front of the tongue is more sensitive to sweet taste, whereas the sides are more sensitive to sour and salty taste. The area at the back of the tongue is more sensitive to bitter taste. The area at the center of the tongue, however, is more sensitive to umami taste. Combination of the sense of taste and the sense of smell. Look at photograph 1.10. Can the child enjoy the fried chicken? Does the scent or smell play a role when a person tastes food? Food eaten without smelling. How do you feel? How do you taste? How do limitation of senses, defect in sensory organs, and aging affect human hearing and sight? Audiovisual, which combine the sense of hearing and sight, plays an important role in daily life. Let us investigate how limitation of senses, defect in sensory organs, and aging affect the sensitivity of hearing and sight of human. Audiovisual refer to the use of two components, sound component, audio, and graphic component, visual. Limitation of sight. Limitation of sight is the limitation in the ability of the eye to see objects. We cannot see very tiny objects such as microorganisms, as well as very distant objects such as planet Jupiter. Limitation of sight include optical illusion and blind spot. This is example of optical illusion. Which line is longer? Which spot in the center is larger? Are the side of the square straight or curved? Look at figure 1.20 and answer the question given. Check your answer using a straight ruler. Is your answer correct or wrong? Why? Optical illusion occurs when an object that is seen differs from its actual state. Optical illusion occurs because the brain is unable to accurately interpret the object. Unable to accurately interpret the object seen by the eye due to distraction around the object. What distractions around straight line PQ and RS? The arrow, I think. Without distraction around straight line PQ and RS? Yes, they are the same without optical illusion. Blind spot. Why are images that fall on the blind spot invisible? We are unaware of the presence of the blind spot in the eye because it is not possible for the image of the same object to fall on the blind spot of both eyes simultaneously. Carry out the following simple activity to investigate the blind spot. Hold the textbook with your right hand and straighten your arm. Cover your left eye and look at the cat in figure 1.22 with your right eye. Move your book slowly towards your eye. Does the bird disappear from your sight at a certain position? Why? Yes, because the blind spot. Photograph 1.14 shows examples of various devices used to overcome the limitation of sight. Name these devices. Gather information on the use of this device from the internet, magazine, books, newspapers, and other sources. Discuss the information gathered. Present the findings of your discussion collaboratively using multimedia presentation. This is binocular, light microscope, X-ray machine, ultrasound machine, and scanning electron photograph. Defect of sight and ways to correct them. Defects of sight include short-sightedness, long-sightedness, and astigmatism. How can this defect of sight be corrected? Defect of sight, short-sightedness, inability to see distant object clearly. Distant object appear blurry because the image is focused in front of the retina. This defect is caused by the eye lens being too thick or the eyeball being too long. So how it is corrected? Short-sightedness can be corrected using concave lens. Long-sightedness.